Coming to you live from downtown Windsor, this is a St. Clair College MediaPlex production.
Good evening, I'm Zachary Ballog, and you are watching the MediaPlex Insider. Now here's Constable Sarah Werstein with our weekly Crime Stoppers update.
On Tuesday, January 23rd, just before 4 a.m., Windsor police were dispatched to a shopping mall in the east end of Windsor for an alarm. Once they arrived, they discovered significant damage to the front of the building. A red Nissan Frontier pickup truck was used as a battering ram to gain entry to the mall and then a jewelry store. The suspects managed to steal a significant amount of jewelry before leaving the scene. The truck used in this incident was located in the 2600 block of Lozon Road after it was set on fire. Head to our Facebook page for video of the suspects and vehicle. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Windsor Police Target Base Unit, or should you wish to remain anonymous, you can contact Crime Stoppers by calling us at 519-258-8477, or you can submit a tip online at catchcrooks.com. I'm Police Coordinator Sarah Werstein.
Now we have Dale Kabukian to tell us more about the OPP's Women's Initiative.
Who run the world?
Women!
More and more women are joining law enforcement.
Last year, the Ontario Provincial Police requested different educational institutions for women applicants to join the police force. The OPP says they were pleased to welcome 96 students who attended information sessions from December to January, 44 of whom attended one or more sessions. 11 students from St. Clair College participated in this women initiative. Chair of Community Studies Biagio Latuca expresses pride in the college's collaboration with the OPP to promote diversity in law enforcement.
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's much needed. Obviously, we love diversity, and we love that, the women want to be a part of this, this trend and this growing community of, police force in Windsor and Essex County.
Third-year Police Foundation student Mallory Cole is one of the participants in the Women Initiative. She says she is now processing her application to join the police force.
I think one of the most important things that we covered throughout the OPP Women's Initiative was the 10 areas of assessment and how to make myself a stronger candidate. They gave us really great feedback and really great tips on what to add to our application to make it stronger.
The OPP says they will continue offering mentorship to prepare attendees for law enforcement. For the MediaPlex, I am Dale Kabukian.
Haley Goebel is here to tell us more about the City of Windsor's wellness program.
Last night, Council discussed the City of Windsor Wellness Program. It aims to invest in and improve the overall health of all City of Windsor employees, retirees, and their family members. The Wellness Program offers monthly initiatives to help improve physical, mental, and social well-being, including newsletters, health guides, contests, educational presentations, and more. Those who partake in 5 workplace wellness initiatives throughout 2024 can enter a draw to win a wellness day off. Representatives from the City of Windsor Union and Non-Union oversee the program under a steering committee. According to the 2024 Wellness Work Plan, February is the month of chronic health focus. Windsor's next City Council meeting will be Monday, February 26th. For the MediaPlex, I'm Haley Goebel.
Women's hockey is thriving, and the Wildcats are leading the way. Jackson Gallant sat down with the coach this week.
Hello, everyone. I am here with Southwest Wildcats U22 Elite head coach Kayla Ranewski. Kayla, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me out today.
So, how long have you been the head coach for the Wildcats?
This is my 3rd year coaching. I've actually been with the Wildcats for 8 years, but my 3rd year as head coach, so it's been a blast.
Okay, nice. And what originally got you into wanting to take up coaching?
So I wanted to stay involved in women's hockey. I finished my hockey career at St. Lawrence University, and I was going into teachers college, and I'm currently a teacher now, and I wanted to be involved with the youth. So actually, one of my best friend's sisters was coaching Southwest at the time, and she reached out to me and asked if I wanted to get involved, and I said absolutely. I want to give young girls the opportunity that I had growing up, and the experiences that I had and all the memories that I had, and that's something that I wanted to give back to the girls. So that's kind of why I got into coaching, and I've loved it ever since.
All right, cool. And so obviously, groups, the team players interchange a lot, but what has been your favorite part about coaching this group specifically?
I've been really blessed to have such a great group of girls. There's not really one thing I can pick from this group. Every time they show up to the rink, they work hard. We have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of memories. They're just a really hardworking, positive bunch of girls. They ask a lot of questions. They're eager to get better. They want to learn, and they work hard for me and my coaching staff. So that's all you can really ask from a group of girls.
Yeah, for sure. And on the flip side of that, what is one of the biggest challenges that comes with coaching a group like this?
We always have our ups and downs. It's a very long season, right? We started in September, we end in April, and then just kind of sticking together as a team and overcoming those challenges. And I think that's what this group has done and what makes them such a special group is those challenges that we have faced. We've overcome them as a group of 18 in our coaching staff. So you're always going to have challenges, but it's kind of how you come together as a group. And I think our group has done a really good job at that.
For sure. And lastly, what is some advice you'd give to young girls that would want to get into the sport?
My advice is don't be afraid to fall. And I know that sounds funny, but anytime you're learning how to skate, right, you always are going to fall. And don't be afraid to fall because you always get back up. And that goes even with like learning to make mistakes. And that's something I preach to my girls, even at this level. Embrace that mistake, and that's how you get better. And then when you get back up, if you fall again, just keep getting back up because it's such a fun game. It's been such a big part of my life for 27 years, and all the memories, all the experiences that I've had. It's such a great sport to play and a great sport to be involved in. So if you fall, don't be afraid to get back up because you'll have a blast.
All right, awesome. Thank you again so much for coming on. We've just spent 3 minutes with Wildcats head coach Kayla Ranewski. For the MediaPlex, I'm Jackson Gallant.
Here's Cam Segan with a Spitfires update.
All things considered, it was a great week for the Windsor Spitfires. The Spits had the ultra-dreaded 3 games in 3 nights and took home 2 Ws, both at home. Spits fans know the playoffs are unrealistic at this point, which means it's all about the future. With next season's 3 overage spots seemingly up for grabs, the team's 19-year-olds are going all out to impress. Ryan Abraham is likely a lock to snag one of those spots, because when he's on his game, there aren't many players in the league better at putting up points while also serving as a serial agitator. The other 2 spots have been up in the air all year. The popular bet is GM Bill Bowler bringing in an OA from another team in the offseason. That leaves 1 slot for multiple players. Expect that decision to come down to Colton Smith versus Noah Morneau. Both have elevated their games recently, but in vastly different ways. The defensively responsible, hard-working Morneau has exploded offensively, with 8 points in his last 7 games. On the other hand, the offensively minded Colton Smith has improved his effort level in all facets of the game post-deadline. The Spits may not be looking forward to the playoffs this season, but their play down the stretch might impact future playoff berths for years to come.
Valentine's Day is approaching tomorrow, and Joelle Brassard is here to tell you a little bit more about the history of Cupid.
Every year, February 14th is marked by shades of pink, red, flowers, chocolate, wine, rom-coms, and a magical naked baby who shoots love arrows. Despite his infant form, this baby, known as Cupid, is actually known in mythology to have more power than any god. The original Cupid was more of a heartthrob than a cherub. Traced back to 700 BC, his name was Eros, which was the Greek word for desire, and he was the son of Aphrodite, who's the goddess of love. He was actually depicted as a young man in his late teens who was both threatening and handsome, who would use his power to make people fall in love. Over time, people started to address the notion that maybe he could make the wrong people fall in love. But people changed their tune around 4th century BCE when the social status of women in Athens dropped drastically, while at the same time, Eros' stories were more so linked to his mother, which led women to believe that if a woman controlled his every move, then mortals had no reason to fear him, and suddenly Eros wasn't so powerful. When the Romans conscripted Eros mythology, they brought over the modern iteration of the god as a cute little baby. They named him Cupid, which was the synonym for Eros, also translated to the word desire. For the Romans, he was a cherubic little baby boy who followed his mother's wishes to make people fall in love. Valentine's Day was becoming popular by the 18th century, and by 19th century, Cupid had become unequivocally linked to the holiday. So when Hallmark started creating greeting cards in 1916, the Cupid imagery only began to grow. Valentine's has remained one of Hallmark's top 2 selling holidays since the company's foundation in 1910. So there you have it. That's a brief history of our staple little holiday cherub and how he became the face of Valentine's Day. For the MediaPlex, I'm Joelle Broussard.
The St. Clair men and women's volleyball teams have won their first game of the playoffs. Elliot St. Aubin tells us more.
St. Clair College's men and women's volleyball teams both won their first playoff games of the year. Both teams knocked out their competition, not even letting them win one single set. According to assistant coach Scott Clements, the women's team has had one of their best seasons in a long time.
Historically well, actually. We haven't gone 16-2 in a long time. That's our best season in many years.
As for the men's team, Jonah Sertosi, who has been on the team for 3 years, said they have also had a very strong season.
We had a really strong year, more wins than any other team in men's volleyball history. So we're all really proud of that accomplishment, but we're now just really focused on playoffs.
Emma Clements, a setter for the women's team, said despite the pressure that teams bring during the playoffs, they were still able to pull through and win.
I think going into playoffs, you really never know what to expect. That team was very scrappy. They played very good defense. They're really tough, so they definitely put a lot of pressure on us, but I think when we really had to, we stepped up to that pressure.
Both the men and women's volleyball teams will both be moving on to the quarterfinals after the last win. The men will be playing on February 18th and the women will be playing on February 17th. For the MediaPlex, I'm Elliot St. Aubin.
Josiah Deere, a basketball player from St. Clair College, has reached a new milestone. Jesse LaRouche has the report.
Whether you're guarding the post down low or guarding him from mid-range, and especially guarding him from the perimeter.
No matter where he is on the court, odds are number 4 Josiah Deere is going to make you pay. And with this scoring ability, he has cemented himself in the St. Clair College history book, being the 10th player to reach 1,500 points.
It felt great, like with the confidence that my teammates and my coaches put in me to just go out there and like do what I have to do. So it's kudos to them for just letting me be me and like get to that mark and achieve.
Although the memory may last a lifetime, Deere made sure to soak it in the moment.
Yeah, I knew because I looked up at the board and I saw that I had 21 and I needed 24. So then when it went down, I kind of had chills when I hit it. Like, damn, like, you know, I really achieved that.
There's one thing that's for sure. Deere doesn't let his scoring affect his leadership and is always willing to go the extra mile for his teammates. When asked about the Saints star guard, here's what they had to say.
Great teammate and a humble kid.
Humble and confident.
If I need anything off the court especially, he helps me whenever.
Family, because he puts everybody first before himself. And the last one I'll say is brother, because I've seen him change since I've been here since 2017. So I've seen a lot of guys come through, and he's one of those special guys that will always put somebody first, but always keeps that confidence at the same time.
Head coach Brandon Segan believes Deere's character is a big reason for the Saints' recent success.
He's just one of those guys who's a leader in and out of the classroom, on the court, fun to be around, works really hard, and he's been awesome for us. He's probably the player who turned the program's fortunes around, and we love having him. He's been great.
Adding this milestone to an already decorated career at St. Clair, it's no doubt that he'll go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. For MediaPlex News, I'm Jesse LaRouche.
Punchki Day is today, and Saloni Chauhan is here to bring us that sweet scoop.
Today is Punchki's Day in Windsor, a day of celebration for these delicious deep-fried pastries that are similar to filled donuts. Punchkis are made from a sweet, rich dough and can be filled with a variety of tasty flavors, including fruit preserves, custard, and cream. Windsor Essex hosts its Punchki celebration, and both bakeries and communities come together to enjoy the sweetness of this special occasion.
A friend of mine is bringing me some. She pre-ordered from Black's and she's sharing with me, so I will be enjoying some Punchki today myself.
I have mine. What's your plan for this Punchki's Day? For MediaPlex News, I am Saloni Chauhan.
Now on to weather. Tomorrow we can expect sunny skies and a high of 2. Thursday we will have a chance of flurries or rain showers and a high of 3. And cloudy skies on Friday with the temperature dropping below freezing. Hey, have you ever been in a group chat? Well, our power panel has, and they have some thoughts. Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. I'm Zach, and I'm here with
Ksenia Semenova, and I'm a local weirdo.
My name's Riley Livingston, and I'm a harpist, so that might make me a weirdo to some people. I don't know.
Nice, and I'm Pauline Bunyay, and I'm a singer, and yeah, and a weirdo too. We're all weirdos.
We're all weirdos.
And welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. And today we are going to be talking about group chats. Actress and comedian Whoopi Goldberg made headlines after she shared her disdain for group chats, saying, quote, "I'm too busy." So my question to today's panel is, how do we feel about group chats?
So, how do I feel about it? I think the best group chat is when you have just 2 people there inside.
But that's just a regular conversation.
It's already a chat for me, and it's a lot of people to me. I cannot read so many things, especially when you create one group and you post something, and then after this somebody's just added, so they don't see what you have posted. You post it again, and then people like, what the hell? You need to post it again, and they don't like it. And so many different numbers, you don't have their names, and it's so confusing. I don't like group chats.
Just gets lost in the
Yes,
Lost in the sea of messages.
lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
Lost in the sauce, yes.
And it's not tasty wine.
It's not tasty sauce. No.
What about you, dear?
I have a love-hate relationship with group chats. I agree. Sometimes it's too much, right? Like if there's too many people and you've missed whatever conversation they're having, you have to scroll back for like what seems like hours trying to figure out what they were talking about and then what was so funny because they were blowing up your phone. And by that time, it's not funny anymore because you've missed the joke. I don't know. I think between like 4 and 6 people is a good number. You know, if it's like a group of close friends who know each other. I have a group chat with some longtime friends that like we hardly ever talk, but every once in a while we'll send like a meme to each other and then we all like talk for a little bit. So that's a great group chat. But I've been part of other ones where I can't handle it because there's too much.
A meme group chat. It's a good thing.
A meme group chat? Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I don't mind a group chat unless it's for a reason, a specific reason. Like we have a group chat, you know, to keep each other informed and to communicate. But it's being put into random group chats that's like 40 people long.
Yeah.
Selling something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a scam.
Like if I'm not going to answer my door for you, don't try to sell me something on a group chat. Now, but there also becomes the constant problem of ding, 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 ding.
And that's when I put my phone away and say no more. I can't take it.
Look, my phone has been on Do Not Disturb for at least 2 weeks. I couldn't be happier. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. If it's for a reason, yes. But I don't know. Pauline, what do you think?
I'm in so many family groups, like even from families that are not even my family, but I don't know how I got there. And I'm like, yeah, grandma. But
Extended family.
Yeah, like families that are like random families, and they just add me because they like me. And my grandmother likes to send like her daily doses, which is like Bible pieces every day to the family groups, and pictures of my cat eating fruit. And I'm just not into groups that are not family, that are movie chats, and a Tom Hiddleston fun group chat.
Why not?
That I have, why not?
What's not to like about Tom Hiddleston?
It's a community, yeah. It's just they send so many messages. I don't check it. My interaction is 0 there, and every time that I check, it's like, oh, you're missing 347 chat like messages, and when I check, it's a bunch of videos and like those sexy edits.
I want to say thank you to my power panel, Ksenia, Riley, and Pauline. Let us know what you think by commenting down below. And if you want to catch the full episode, you can catch us on Zack Attack Productions' YouTube channel. Until next time, keep talking to each other. See ya. Bye. Up now is another installment of Talking Pictures. Here's Dylan and Blake.
Mr. Ford, you made a picture called Three Bad Men, which is a large-scale Western, and you had a quite elaborate land rush in it. How did you shoot that?
With a camera.
All right, guys, welcome back to Talking Pictures. Today we got two excellent talking pictures for you guys here today. We got Unforgiven by the iconic Clint Eastwood, and we got Straw Dogs by Sam Peckinpah. Two iconic shots of two men brought to their breaking point because of that force of nature that has caused them and their loved ones so much torment and misery. And even if they're at that vulnerable point in their life where they may not have it in them to become that force of nature themselves, they have to stand up for what's right, and they have to do what they need to do for that cause.
See, both of these films study violence and the nature of violence in the human consciousness, how the human consciousness actually responds to violence around them, whether it's the darkness, the atmosphere that that saloon setting achieves at the end of Unforgiven when Clint Eastwood's pointing that gun, or we have Hoffman pointing his gun in the messy, distraught, just unlifelike area that we find ourselves at the end of Straw Dogs. But you both see that glimmer in their eyes of fight or flight, of needing to defend everything that they love or else. And you can see the desperation and also the resentment of what they are slowly becoming.
Now, Gene Hackman plays an excellent antagonist in Unforgiven. He plays such an excellent antagonist that he vowed to not portray violence in the same way again. He is quoted as saying that the role of Little Bill messed him up a little bit, but Gene Hackman always puts on an excellent performance, and he plays an excellent antagonist to torment Clint Eastwood's world in Unforgiven.
Even at the end of the gun. But compared to Dustin Hoffman, who's actually defending not just his honor, but his wife as well, played excellently by Susan George. And it almost seems like the entire area, the entire town that he has found himself in for the whole film is more or less brought to his knees by Hoffman at the end of the film.
Just like the town of Big Whiskey in Unforgiven has created this world of bending to the will of Gene Hackman's sheriff, where the only one who can stand up is Eastwood, and is the one who has experienced the loss because of this corrupt sheriff.
Ultimately enforcing inevitability, whether in the shot of Eastwood or the shot of Hoffman.
So those were the two talking pictures we compared. Straw Dogs by Sam Peckinpah and Unforgiven by Clint Eastwood. Two excellent Western icons, although Sam Peckinpah wasn't working on a Western with Straw Dogs, but those were the two talking pictures we compared. I've been Dylan Moskovsky.
And I'm Blake Moskovsky. Keep her tuned. We got more talking pictures to talk about.
What are y'all looking at? Go on, get out here.
Did you know that it would be good to watch Did You Know? Here's your chance. Behind me is what is known as the 1914 Pump House, located right here on the Detroit River. According to the City of Windsor, this building was originally designed by the architectural firm Smith, Hinchman & Grillis, and it was part of the city's municipal water system. Now, in 1871, a large fire broke out and destroyed 3 blocks of downtown Windsor. And as a result, a new municipal water system needed to be implemented. And this led to the addition of the 1914 Pump House. In 2001, the City of Windsor received a Human Resources Development grant to restore the Pump House. This was the first of 5 beacons within the Riverfront Park system, and it became the Dawn Beacon. The Pump House is still being used today. The more you know. For the MediaPlex, I'm Zachary Balog. If you're interested in a career in the media, then join us here at the MediaPlex.
Journalism enables people to be well informed. It's documenting history. It's an extraordinary way for people to be connected with their community
what happens in the world affects us. What happens in our community affects us. What happens in the province affects us. And we get to be the eyes and ears and tell the stories. There are many stories that need to be told, and those things add value to our life.
It's neat to know that so many people are relying on me. It makes you strive for perfection, or makes you strive for accuracy.
The journalism program here at St. Clair College is a convergence journalism program. Convergence means the merging together of print, radio, and television, and the web, and putting all different stories into 3 or 4 different platforms.
I can go out now and I can understand how to write a print. I know how to do social media. I can shoot a video. So you start to trust yourself and to use your journalistic skills.
In 21st century newsrooms, journalists have to be able to do it all.
We ask every one of our reporters to tell stories in multiple ways.
There's a different style of writing for print than there is for radio, than there is for television. And it's really important that the information gets out that is true to those platforms.
We are one of the few, if not the only, program that is actually taking students to a live broadcast and giving them that opportunity and that experience.
I want to be a journalist because I think I like to listen other stories.
午间好，这里是媒体综合新闻节目，我是谭一丹，欢迎收
I
看
find。that the students that come out of St. Clair College are already at or above where some of our broadcast employees have been over the last several years.
I feel that I made the greatest decision I could by choosing this program because I have learned so much, and I think that I can only grow from here.
I would hands down recommend the program to someone considering it. I would recommend it to someone that's not even considering it. They teach you such a vast array of different skills, different platforms, different things that you could really apply to so many different careers.
Based on literally hundreds of interns I've seen over the years, St. Clair students are better prepared to go into the work environment in media than most students coming out of colleges and universities across North America.
I think it's that very comprehensive curriculum that we have that creates converged journalists that sets this journalism school apart.
Open house is around the corner. Check this out. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Zachary Balog, and you've been watching the MediaPlex Insider.
This has been a St. Clair College MediaPlex production.